Bitcoin sitting at $58,000, attempting to reclaim that very critical range low level, which is sitting at $60,000. In today's show, we're going to have a look at some of the top picks in terms of altcoins should the market bounce. We're going to have a look at a whole assortment of coins that are coming into very, very key levels. And I'm going to just overview what's going on within the current market, because we are coming off of a period of still extreme fear, right? Extreme fear. We've hit that level at 25 as per the fear and greed index over here, whilst price is at a pretty key level. And there has been some notable changes which have occurred between yesterday and today. So I thought it would be noteworthy to come to you on a Saturday morning. Please smash the like button, hit the bell notification, and definitely subscribe to the channel because we don't always do these weekend shows. And then let's get straight into the show content. Of course, looking at Germany, right? Germany have been selling a whole lot of Bitcoin. Yesterday, I told you they have a lot of Bitcoin, right? Millions and millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin still left to sell. And if they keep on at that rate, by tomorrow, which is now today, they'll have nothing left. That's exactly the case. Zero Bitcoin left. But they've sold absolutely everything. And that overhanging supply should now be out of the market. And it's been pretty well absorbed by the ETFs. If you look at the spot ETFs increasing towards the upside on the histogram over there. And consequently, that will help for Bitcoin's case in terms of trying to form a major bottom, right? You also have mystery wallet, Mr. 100 is what they've labeled them, continuing to buy Bitcoin now up to 2,500 Bitcoin plus, which has been purchased, over time. And this is a massive, massive hodler mystery wallet over here, which many speculate could be one of the Middle Eastern countries adding Bitcoin to the balance sheet, maybe possibly Saudi Arabia is one of the speculated countries. So we'll see what comes up from that in the future. Also, in other positive news over here, if you look at the flows for Bitcoin, well, you can see over here, price obviously slowly in the low time frame, hourly time frame, starting to grind towards the upside over here, and spot bidding has returned, right? Open interest has remained relatively flat. And then the white line, which denotes the leverage traders, has also remained relatively flat in line with that. So anytime that you see spot trading above the perpetuals, well, that's usually a healthy sign where you'll start to see, local bottoms found within the market. But there's a lot more work that still needs to be done. So we can't count the chickens before they hatch. I'll show you exactly why when we move on to the daily time frame. The DXY also giving increasing signs of a breakdown over here. But keep in mind, this is still the gray area, is major, major, major high time frame support for the DXY. But if we can start to see a short-term reversal of the trend over here, well, then you might be looking at a higher time frame breakdown into this range. Remember, the range levels are marked over here by the gray territory. So break and hold below that, get below the parallel upsloping midline over there, and you get and hold below that. You could be looking for a deeper breakdown. And this would be where you start to see your absolutely crazy bull market environments play out. So it will take time. There will be a lot of chop within this environment, but for the time being, the low time frames, it's great to see the upsloping trend line breaking down and a little bit of change of character over here within the market. So liquidation levels for Bitcoin still remain above over here with 1.13 billion sitting at 65,000. And then we have $1.14 billion worth of liquidity sitting over here at $67,000, which would be taken, you would assume, in the form of a short squeeze. So hourly chart on Banter Bubbles, a lot of the coins are bouncing over here. The daily looking very, very strong in terms of a rebound, higher daily prices for most coins. Weekly also up. Monthly still pretty shell-shocked over here with only a couple of coins. If you have a look at that, these are the ones we spoke about yesterday, right? Mantra, MakerDAO, and a couple of the others, right? Even Tron was one of the special mentions that we had to give. So I'll give you a reminder of those. If you want more information on that, right, just go through to yesterday's live session that I did on YouTube. Go and watch that show. I cover the top coins. I'm going to give special quick updates on what those are. So it's Solana, Ton, Casper, Mantra, Ethereum, and then we gave special mentions to Tron, Ondo, Maker, Arweave, and Banana Gun. Those are the coins. Those are the top 10 coins right now that are still uptrending or uptrending also against their Bitcoin pairs and showing relative strength against the rest of the market. So you really want to play where the momentum's at. You really want to be buying the coins that showcase relative strength and not always trying to buy the bottoms of downtrending coins. However, I understand that some people have longer term perspectives. They want to buy for the long hold, so they want to get that coin as cheap as possible, and they're more taking a fundamental approach. So this show today is for you guys who have that fundamental basis where you want to look for coins that are coming into key areas of support. They may be downtrending, but they're coming into very, very key areas of support. And you're going to be planning on holding these in your portfolio for the rest of the bull run. If that's you, well, this show is for you because I'm going to go through, I think I have between 15 to 20 more coins that are coming into those key zones. And we're going to be covering that in today's show. So stay tuned until the end. Smash the like button, hit the bell notification, and then, of course, subscribe to the channel. So having a look over here at Bitcoin, I'm going to give you a couple of different viewpoints over here in terms of the analysis. You can see over here, of course, the pink lines denote the declining channel over here, parallel channel towards the downside. Now, following big moves over here, remember, this could still be viewed as a very, very overextended bull flag, right? So you can have your pull over here into a very, very overextended bull flag, which can still theoretically be downsloping. It just means that some of these key levels must hold. The other way that we're also looking at this or approaching this is the potential of a Wyckoff accumulation schematic, where we're looking at the spring phase to be the reclaim of $60,000. If Bitcoin can break and hold back above that horizontal line at $60,000, you may have price within that spring phase, right? So the spring phase comes into play or gets confirmed right over here where this yellow circle is that I'm flashing on the screen. You need to reclaim back above 60, and you can see for now, the time being, price is grinding onwards and upwards, and we have major lows or support coming in at the $50,000 region, about almost $10,000 below current price. So price is above the RSI, or at least above the pivot level, which means that the RSI is trending onwards and upwards. This pivot level is based on the yellow line that I have over here. So as long as price remains above that yellow line, then theoretically there is still the opportunity for bulls to break into this zone over here. So we can view this in multiple different ways. The other way that we can view this over here is if we simply take off the drawings and we have a look at what's going on with the EMA clusters right now. You have a massive cluster of exponential moving averages. You have the yellow 9 EMA. You have the pink 18 EMA, which has been rejecting price the last couple of days. You can see all those candles pushing into that rejection. But you do actually have the presence of a bullish divergence, which is currently forming. If you look over here, the bullish divergence between the RSI and the bottom, and price creating lower lows, but higher highs on the RSI. So that's one thing that you do need to pay attention to and watch out for. And simultaneously, while price is grinding up into these levels, it's reclaiming that 9 exponential. It's also attempting to reclaim the 200 EMA, which is going to be the light blue one. And then we have the 200 MA, which we know how significant that is. So all in all, what you need to do is you need to wait for price to push back above and get into the yellow zone. Getting into that yellow zone is very, very important because you'll reclaim all those EMAs and MAs. On top of that, you will confirm that the bullish divergence is playing out, and you'll be reclaiming that all-important range low, which is very, very significant. Now, if you want to learn more about this, by the way, guys, if you want to learn more about this, remember that we are taking enrollments for Whale School cohort number 7. Here it is. It's coming up in 32 days. Sign up while you still can because it gets filled very, very quickly. We have limited spots available. Remember, this is valued at $4,000, but you're getting it entirely for free due to these sponsors, amazing sponsors over here who are essentially covering the cost of the course for you. When you sign up, you'll actually open an exchange, one of these exchanges with the sponsors, hence they sponsoring you. You'll deposit $100. Remember, that $100 doesn't go to me or to 𝗕𝗤𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 link in the description below. Sign up while the spots are still available, and then let's continue. I've opened up the possibility if we did get one more sweep towards the downside for Bitcoin due to a rejection from this key range low level situated between 58 and 60K, that resistance based on the cluster of different EMAs that we have right over here. You can see that is resistance until proven otherwise. Should we reject and should we go down one more time into that $50,000 region, which is about an $8,000 to $10,000 drop for Bitcoin, I think that presents a wonderful buying opportunity because that will most likely create triple bullish divergence. Right now, you have double bullish divergence between this wick low over here, this wick low over here. You can see all momentum oscillators, RSI, and money flows are increasing towards the upside. You have the also green buy signals with a blue dot next to that, usually signifying that you are looking for a little bit of a bounce, at least from this region. So I'm not saying that you're even going to get the sweep down. You could reclaim 60K now on the lows in, but if you do get the dip down into 50K, and this is simply just a corrective bounce, which we'll probably better see on the lower time frames, then that presents a wonderful opportunity. So if you're looking at this over here, if this is a downtrend and bulls are in control, we do need to be cautious that this could just be a corrective bounce within that downtrend, and then that's what would happen next, right? So we're likely to see that action take place as we push up into this 59 to 60K level. Ever since the lows over here, I've been saying that pretty loudly, that this is where all the action will take place, is in this circle over here, looking at that 60K region. So for the time being, watch as price gets governed towards the downside. Those still remain the levels to clear. It's also going to be the 200 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, which is currently sitting at 61,200. But you can imagine as price reaches there, this is moving down every 4 hours. It's likely all going to line up with that $60,000 region as a major significant zone. Let's quickly see what ETH looks like. ETH is reclaiming its 50 EMA. So for ETH to break structure and change everything, it needs to get not only above the 200 or the 200 EMA on the 4-hour, but also above those previous lower highs, which means it needs to break above $3,500. So when we look over here at the USDT market cap, well, as a percentage over here, this has mostly been uptrending. Now, when this uptrends, that usually adds a lot of pressure to Bitcoin in the crypto market, because money is moving from all the different cryptos and Bitcoin into USDT, viewed as a flight to safety, right? They're going risk off. When this comes into a bearish retest like it has right now, if there's a possibility of a rejection from here and you start to see weakness at this 5.8 to 6.2% level, well, then expect that pullback, at least in the USDT dominance, will lead to a surge in the crypto market, right? Because that USDT has to go somewhere. Where's it going to go? Of course, it means it's going back into the market. So one to watch over there. We've also been looking at the longest time, the downtrend over here on the ETH BTC chart on the left-hand side, but looking at this as a high time frame reaccumulation, which may take a number of months. Here you have a lot of buildup of short side liquidity on Ethereum, and we need to watch this point over here. If we do reject, well, it's possible you're going to come down into $2,600, similar to Bitcoin. This would then be viewed as a corrective bounce, right? So a lot at stake over here. Remember, weekend price action as well for the low time frame traders. Be careful. Never trust a weekend pump. If we do pump into the weekend, leading into the end of the weekend, that might be, the false move that gets formed. And then on Monday, you could go for bearish continuation on the lower time frames and then play out that triple bullish divergence. So something to watch for over there. Now, also, I wanted to have a look at the relationship over here between the Russell 2000, which is on the top, marked off in the orange, and then we have the others, which is, of course, the other altcoins, right? So not the top 10 altcoins, but everything after that. This is your true degen altcoins that you're looking at over here. And there's been quite an interesting relationship historically in terms of the reaccumulation phase that Russell 2000 has gone through, creating almost a cup and handle, right? Pushing up towards the top over here and starting to break out. Now, you have others lagging in the same way that Bitcoin has been lagging the S&P 500. So I do think it's one to watch for, in the sense that if we do get all of this playing out together with the USDT dominance rejecting from this level, then that money might flow into the altcoins, which is why we're going to have a look at some of those altcoins today. Again, guys, a reminder, Whale School signups are open. If you do want to learn more about everything I'm talking about, usually the weekend we reach a bit of a different audience. It's not always the regulars that view the show. So hence we mention Whale School. If you're not up to scratch and you haven't done Whale School, please do it. Many people actually do Whale School 2 to 3 times because that qualifies you for the live weekly workshops. Remember, every week we're doing live workshops where you get additional alpha, where we expand on each of these topics, and you can ask me one-on-one what your thoughts are, or at least if you have any questions around the course and you want me to expand on anything, you can ask me those questions in the Whale School workshops. All right, let's continue on over here. So starting off with, okay, since I'm on Chainlink, here is an opportunity looking at this to reclaim this range level over here. And you do have the money flow also increasing towards the upside. We just need to see this get a little bit wider. There could be an opportunity for a bounce all the way back to 18, right? If we look at ETH, let's just have a quick look over there. This is what ETH would look like should Bitcoin get the rejection down to 50K. You'd be sweeping down into these lows. I'm not going to go into Solana, Casper, Ton, and all the rest, which we've already looked at. So I'm working off a list that I have on my other screen over here, which I've already pre-marked out. So let's get straight into it. Let's quickly first view, where are we at in terms of viewers? 1,200 live viewers. Guys, please smash the like button over here. It really helps to get the show content out there, especially when we stream at these irregular times where most of the US are having a late sleep in over the course of the weekend. Europe, you're probably also still sleeping, but you should be waking up soon. So smash the like button. And then let's get into it. Okay, I want to go through the list of coins that I've marked off. So what we're going to do is we're having a look at a bunch of coins that are coming into key areas of support. They are downtrending, so please don't get me wrong. The trend is your friend until the end of that trend, or until that trend begins to bend, meaning a slowdown phase that moves from strong downtrend into a ranging market. You don't always V-shape out, but you might form a new range and then a reaccumulation zone. Now, you would expect that reaccumulation zone to form at the bottom of those key levels where prices are coming into right now. So let's get into it. What are the coins that we're talking about or at hand over here above and beyond the strong coins that we mentioned yesterday? Coin number one is a layer one. It's going to be SUI, right? Downtrending very, very aggressively, but coming into a very, very key area of support, that being the range lows over here. And for the whale room community, we did outline this as a live trade on one of the live Zoom sessions that we did. So there it is. Price is up. Had you taken that trade, well, you would now be up. What percent? Let's just double check. You would now already be up 16% over here, and you could start to eliminate your risk. But ultimately, looking at this level to hold, you've broken the downsloping trend line on SUI. So you may see a little bit more of a pullback, something like that, back to entry. And then that's the slowdown phase where you go through, of course, the reaccumulation. So that's SUI. Next one to look at is Injective. Injective also, same thing, coming into a very key area of support over here around this $18 mark. Anywhere between $17 and $18 has been the zone to reaccumulate or DCA into Injective, looking at reaccumulation, and then you're trading at level to level, looking for a move back up towards 30, and thereafter you can go up to about 45. That will give you over 100% move, right? If you get back above to 45, over 100% move just on spot alone. All right, some of the others that we're looking at is, okay, A0. Now, some have more fundamentally strong cases than others. Where did A0 pop up to? Let's see, have I missed it? Okay, there it is. I saw it. Let's grab A0. Here it is. So here we have A0. We've been viewing this for quite a long time. You have really massive bullish divergence, which is starting to form. And we've been looking at A0 forming a massive deviation back into the range over here, and then looking for higher prices at a later stage. We are, of course, attempting to time that, though, on a little bit of a lower time frame entry, also viewing the, remember, power of three. Here you have the power of three, the bullish reaccumulation, the manipulation phase, which is the pink zone, breaks back into the range, and then you're looking for expansion. Remember, if ETH runs, then this will likely run because they just recently became EVM compatible, right? So A0 became EVM compatible. And if I zoom in, let's just have a look over here on the 4-hour time frame to see what it's doing. Okay, you have started to break that downsloping trend line, the yellow one showing a real slowdown. And now if you can just reclaim above the white line over here, I think that's enough for a trigger entry to start to go long. So I'll quickly draw it out. It would be looking at something like this. Let's grab our risk to reward tool. Here's our long tool. You'd then be looking at something like this. Even for a low time frame trade, to trade it back into the higher time frame range low, which would then for the time being be resistance, you'd be looking at something like this. But keep in mind, this needs to break above first, right? You want that. When you see that, that opens up the long trade to there. If you can get that long trade cooking, well, ultimately, now you can go back onto the daily time frame, which is this. And then you can say this becomes an even bigger trade. Remember, then it becomes something like this, where you can break back into your trading range. There it is. and trade it all the way back to the top side, potentially even looking at the major expansion like this. So that's one that I'm keeping an eye out on, is A0. Now, some of the other ones is going to be in the real world asset sector. We already showed those are two of the strongest coins is going to be Mantra and Ondo, covered in yesterday's show. For today, we're focusing on some of these smaller ones like Boson. Boson has been downtrending for quite a long time, but it's approaching key support right now. So you probably want to put this onto your watch list over here. You got the two blue dots over there showing that the money flow is looking to start to shift towards the upside. So your buy zones are anywhere here between 24 cents and up to about 30 cents. If you can scale in over there, that's a decent zone. Another real world asset, C-Pool. C-Pool coming into major lows over here. This is a key area where you'd want to see price bounce. And on these low caps, you oftentimes see them oscillate between the range lows and on the top side at the range highs. All right, let's move on. The other ones that we have over here, we have the centralized exchanges and DEXs. So number one, we're looking at DYDX. DYDX having come into a key area. There it is. It's hit the range low perfectly. Look over there, bullish divergence. A lot of the coins are showing this bullish divergence between price and their momentum oscillators, increasing towards the upside, price coming down. That wick low could be the bottom. That could be it at $1. If you got the entry over there, you'd already be up 34% on DYDX. Yes, it's downtrending. As mentioned, these are all the downtrending coins, but coming into mega key support, right? And looking for a big move towards the upside over there. Okay, next, Chronos. So we have crypto.com over here. Chronos hitting the key area. Bullish divergence, starting to get a little bit of a move out of this region over here. So keep a close eye out on this. If Bitcoin gets one more sweep towards the downside, chances are these altcoins flush back down one more time as well. And now you have the list. This becomes an opportunity deviating back into the range. You can target all the way up to range high over there and possibly even beyond. Now, going into AI coins. So AI coins, Render was previously one of the top performing, but it has broken this level down. So personally, I'm not touching Render. It's broken the upsloping trend line. It's deviated the previous range high. So I'm leaving that one, but I have other AI coins. I have GRT. GRT also hitting a key area. There it is. Coming right into that key previous range high. Once we break out, we went for a massive rally, coming back to test this as support around 16, right? 16 to 18 cents is at least your reaccumulation phase, where you're looking for the strong downtrend to slow down and maybe start to form a new range. Next, we also have over here Fetch AI. So let's go to Fetch AI. There it is, Fetch AI next on the list. All right. Coming into a key area, this is your order block that led to the big move towards the upside. So if you can pick Fetch AI up around this $1 mark, watch for the reaction, right? You never blindly buy downtrends, but instead you watch and you wait for the sweep, right? Sometimes it sweeps and then the reclaim and hold opens up the long where you have your stop loss below. You're looking for something like that on Fetch AI. Remember, all of this is, guys, covered in Whale School. So sign up now while there is still time. Sign up, even though it only starts in 32 days for the next cohort. Get your sign up confirmed. Otherwise, we're going to close it and it's going to be full and you won't be able to get in. I teach all of this in Whale School over there. Next, AI Tech. All right. Remember, they control the majority of the GPU power when it comes to this AI ecosystem. Many of the various different projects are going to be seeking GPU power from AI Tech. They hold the physical infrastructure, actual physical data centers and machines all around the world securely stored for AI Tech, and it's approaching this level over here. Previously, we were looking at the order block that we had up here, and we said, watch for the reaction. Will it bounce? That's the question. Will it bounce from the zone? It hasn't, so we're looking to the next order block level. This is what I say about downtrends, is you need to wait for the confirmation of the break. Now we're viewing a possibility of coming down into this zone, the break above. That's where we're going to start to load up pretty aggressively on AI Tech. Next, what's the other one that we have? 𝗬, right? 𝗬, no secret. We've been looking at this for quite a long time, coming directly into our area of interest. Very, very strong downtrend over here, but this is where you expect the magic to start to take place and for these downtrends to potentially break, right? If you're conservative, you can just wait for the break. You can wait for something like this. You know, you can wait for price to do something like this, breakout, come back to back test, and then you can buy this next level over here, looking for that trend reversal. That's what you'd be looking for. So that is 𝗕𝗏, meme coins. What do we have in the meme coin sector? We have 2 meme coins that are in a decent zone. Dogecoin being one. There it is. Dogecoin hit this key level, prior resistance, now looking to flip into support over here. This is at 10 cents. Will Elon Musk come back and show his bags? That is the question. Well, it is downtrending, right? It is downtrending, but you're hitting a very, very key level over here, looking for price to bounce and potentially break out of the zone. So stop losses would go below that wick. The next one that we're looking at is going to be 𝗏𝗏𝗏. So let's go to 𝗏𝗏𝗏. Here's 𝗏𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 also looking pretty decent in the sense that, you know, it doesn't have that much selling pressure over here because pretty much most of the people that are in profit. Now you're viewing this as a major range low. I do think it will come deeper into the zone, right to the white line, which I've marked off at 11,315, or the last 5 digits, 11,315. I think that's a great zone to start to look for an entry over here on 𝗏𝗏𝗏. So something like that, and then start to watch for the reversal. Now, the one industry that's been hit, or the sector that's been hit the absolute worst, of course, is the gaming. But I thought it's noteworthy that we should chat about the gaming as well. Let's see if there's any sort of reversals over here. So first and foremost, Illuvium. Okay, I'm probably going to type these ones in because there's so many gaming coins. It's just going to be quicker to find. So Illuvium, where are you, Illuvium, I had this one. Okay, let's just type in ILV, USDT. Okay, here it is. I got it. There we have it. Illuvium. All right, they have a little bit more work to do, but I want you to put on your watch list in the time being as they come back down. This one, looking at a move into the $38 to $47 region. If you can pick some up over there, this is still a very strong downtrend, right? Needs to get above those highs. You might see something like this for Illuvium coming into that zone. Next up, AXS, right? AXS also getting very, very close. Strong downtrend. Watch for the rejection from this region over here. The next sweep down is going to be the opportunity for AXS. The other one that we're looking at is 𝗕𝗓𝗏, right? 𝗕𝗓𝗏 in the zone. 𝗕𝗓𝗏 is already in the zone, starting to develop bullish divergence between price and the RSI. Over there, you can see lower lows, higher highs over here on the 𝗬𝗎𝗓, on the momentum oscillator. Watch for a little bit of reaccumulation coming into the zone. Next, we have Vulcan Forge, PYR. Vulcan Forge already hit that key low at $2.70. So you want to see price hold up over here and momentum begin to shift. The down sloping trend line over here, the aggressive downtrend, should slow down and you should move more into a ranging market and possibly even reaccumulation. All right, next up we have 𝗕𝗐𝗍, S-Fund 𝗕𝗐𝗍. So very, very close. 𝗕𝗐𝗍 still in a very strong downtrend, but looks likely that you'll take one more move down into the 80 to 90 cent region. That's the zone where you're looking to reaccumulate on 𝗕𝗐𝗍. Okay, other ones that we have. Let's see over here. I think I had one or two more. We have, Sidus and we have IMEX. Let's go here. IMEX first. IMEX has hit the level of interest, right? There it is. That's it. It hit the level of interest, got oversold over here on the momentum oscillator. It does have work to do. You need to see a break above here to confirm that there's a market structure break, which is going to be a pretty big move. You could theoretically take an entry over here with stops below yesterday's low if you want to be pretty aggressive on your entry, and for some reason you want IMX in your portfolio. Well, this was the area of interest, right? Next up, we have Sidus. Okay, let's go to Sidus. Sidus, similar to IMEX, has come into the area of interest right now. This is the zone anywhere between, it's a lot of numbers over here, 0.0029 and up to 0.0036 is your area of interest. Prime. Here we have Prime, also still downtrending. I personally would like to see Prime come down one more time, which would be something like that. There you go, into this $5 to $6 region. That's where you could start to pick up some Prime. Prime showed a lot of relative strength, and it does have bullish divergence forming as well. It's just a question of, will you get triple bullish divergence? So it's touch point 1, touch point 2 over here. Will you get a touch point 3 similar to Bitcoin? We need to wait and see. We don't know yet. All right, I have a couple more. Let's quickly have a look over here before I go into the rest of them. Just a quick mention over here on BitFunded. A lot of you have started to register over here. We know there's a lot of questions around BitFunded. Remember, deposit only the exact amount that you need. It's a two-step process. It's very easy, right? You go into the YouTube channel over here. You click that link. When you click that link, it will open up this page. Then you fill in your details. You click register. Then you close that. You close it completely. Then you come back here. And then you go to the BitFunded-Kyle. That will take you to the challenge page, which is this one over here, right? Then you select which amount you want. For those of you who are like, what the hell is going on? What is this? This is where you get funded, right? If you're a profitable trader, if you're a good trader and you have a strategy, or even if you're just a degenerate gambler that wants to give it a go, you use $99 as a challenge fee, right? This is your audition fee to get in. If you pass the challenge, which will be 3 various different trades that you need to take and pass, if you pass the challenge, it will give you the criteria when you come to this page. You will be funded with $10,000. Any money or profits that you make on that $10,000, that's your portfolio, you keep 90% of the profit split, right? Which is huge. They keep 10%, you keep 90%. You can go higher. You can go up to the Pro one, which is $999, so $1,000 entry fee, and they'll fund you with $200,000 to trade with, right? These prop challenges or funding is not new to markets, by the way. For some of you in crypto, you may be seeing it for the first time, but this has been around forever in Forex, right? They've had this forever where people get funded accounts of up to even $1 million. Now, this is the easiest way to become a big trader. If you don't have a lot of capital, if you're someone with small capital, but you are a good trader, you can utilize this to succeed, right? So then you come here, again, two-step process there first, close this. Then you go back into YouTube, click there, come here, and you say buy now and deposit the exact amount, only $99. Nothing over. Anything over, you will not keep, right? It's not going to register it as a balanced surplus. All right. With that being said, let's continue. Let's continue with the last couple of coins. So guys, smash the like button, smash the like button. Please, over 1,300 of you live. It really helps to get the show content out there. Please smash the like button and let's continue. Okay. Next coins. We're looking at over here, SNX. Okay, SNX. And we can review some of these, right? We can review some of these coins at a later stage. SNX coming into the key zone. There it is, looking at a deviation and reclaim back above. If you can break above $2.10, that confirms the break of structure. Throwbacks into 160, which is where we're at now, become major buying opportunities. So that's SNX. We have Aptos. Let's have a look at Aptos. Aptos USDT. Here it is. Okay, Aptos. Here we are. Okay. Almost there. One more sweep down into $4.67. That's the zone that I'm interested in for Aptos. Okay. Perp. So perpetual protocol. Here we have it. Perpetual protocol. So many trade ideas, guys. We've hit the level. Momentum oscillator reading oversold. You didn't get the bullish divergence yet. It didn't hit it perfectly. But watch this level. Maybe if you get one more sweep down, something like that, you'll be looking to trade it back to the top side of the range. That is on perpetual. So a lot of the coins are looking like they're at major lows. Next is Trader Joe. Trader Joe's, of course, the part of the ecosystem when it comes to AVAX. Where's Joe? Why is it not coming up? Trader Joe. Let me just rather scroll down here. I think it's right under. Why was it not coming up? That's so strange. All right, here's Trader Joe. Have a look at this chart. Okay, we got the major range lows, which would be at 19 cents. But you have this upsloping trend line, which it is finding support on. Now, I prefer the horizontals to the diagonals. I would rather see this. I'd rather see this and then the reclaim, right? And I would be a buyer down here at 19. But like all the other coins, still downtrending pretty aggressively. I'm just giving you the areas of interest where you might see a potential bounce. Next up, we have, of course, Rune. We looked at Rune, I think, briefly yesterday, but let's have a look at it again. Rune, let's go. There it is. Rune has come into our area of interest. I would also, again, love to see a rejection over here from 380 and one more sweep down into the 295 region. Okay, Mover. Let's go to 𝗬𝗧𝗏. Here's 𝗬𝗧𝗏. All right, part of the Polkadot ecosystem. Looking at a deeper move into this. This is where I'd be looking to be a buyer of 𝗬𝗏𝗏 around that as close to 580 as possible. And then we have Kyledoops. So Kyledoops coming into a key level. Big mover, right? Part of the Cosmos ecosystem, used to be part of the Luna ecosystem, but of course, Luna collapsed. They moved over. The team still builds. They're still strong fundamentally. If you did want this in your portfolio for some reason and you had FOMO based on the previous run-up, which was extremely aggressive over here, then Kyledoops is in the area of interest, looking for some reaccumulation right here at this exact zone. So that's it from me, folks. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely stellar weekend. I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers for now.